symptoms as adults.
There I am. Let's see if I can do his face. Fano, I'm here to have a chat again. Look, I've uploaded a couple of videos and it's been a lot of fun. Been enjoying myself. Been reacting to strange things, NFL, houseplants. But today, I'm going to be reacting to something that's a little bit more sort of close to my heart. Something I actually care about, which is kind of contrary to the whole point of this channel, which is me trying to be interested and react to things I'm not particularly interested into. But today I'm going to be talking about ADHD. As I've made it probably clear in my other videos, I have ADHD. Sure, it adds some challenges, but I really think it adds a lot of benefits too. It's certainly a challenging thing to have, jobs and with school, but come to a point in my life where I want to lean into it. I want to celebrate it. I want to celebrate the weird thoughts that pop into our minds, the crazy ideas that we have, the creative spirits that we all really bring to the fore, the life of the party that we all are. And that's what my favorite things about my personality are directly related to my ADHD. And today, I know what ADHD is, but I've never seen this video before, and I'm going to be reacting to it. It's called What is ADHD? So let's learn what the heck this blooming thing is. Let's do this. Oh shit, motherfucker. I don't have my headphones. Wait, hold on a second. I'm gonna find my headphones.
This seems like a good opportunity to thank our sponsor, Quality Religious Books for Children, with another classic book, Mommy Drinks Because You're Bad. Make sure you pick it up.
I found my headphones. I've got to make sure they're all Bluetooth connected, so bear with. Yeah, doing that, that thing where you hold down the little button to try and make sure that you're paired. Oh, it's not actually fucking connected. Oh, it's these moments when you just like.
One eternity later.
Beautiful. Would you expand? Psych Hub. Psych.
I took medication when I was a kid.
Right.
Everyone said I would outgrow it, so I stopped taking the medication in college. Everything is so hard now.
I hate math. It's so boring.
I hate
I
math.
know I'm bad at it, even though my teacher
still hate
says I'm
maths.
not.
I'm a failure. I can't remember to do homework and lose things. I can't get anything right.
Yeah, that's... Man, this is bringing back some stuff because I didn't get diagnosed with ADHD until I was 36. And that's a few years ago now. But that's just a feeling you have when, especially when you're undiagnosed. You're just like, why am I so fucking shit at life? Why are other people able to do all these sort of normal things? Why can't I just sit at a desk and focus and get on with my work like normal other people? Why, it was my whole life people saying, you're really talented, Tony, but you're just too lazy. You just need to get your work ethic right and all this sort of shit. And it just makes you feel like a really fucking shit person, that you can't get things right. And, I had a failed marriage out of just feeling like a shit person. And it's tough, man. So this isn't as funny as my last few videos, but let's move on.
These are the voices of people with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder,
Totally.
or ADHD. Millions of American children, teenagers, and adults
people around the
experience
world.
this disorder, which makes it hard to concentrate, pay attention, organize, and focus.
Yeah.
Their lives are complicated.
It's hard. I think I touched on it a moment ago, but because, losing focus, paying attention, all that sort. Let's just repeat what she exactly said.
Pay attention, organize, and focus.
Isn't it ironic?
Pay attention, organize, and focus, because they're things that we as ADHD people fucking really struggle with at a degree that, it's hard for people who don't have ADHD to really understand. But everybody else forgets things. Everybody else from time to time, doesn't organize things well. Everybody is, people can sympathize with aspects of it and they go, oh, when you tell people about it, and they're just like, oh yeah, maybe I have it too. I have ADHD, I forget things. Oh yeah, you couldn't organize a piss up in a brewery. So everybody can understand the elements, but not to the degree that we actually struggle. It makes people discount the severity and what it's like to actually live with ADHD. And it's a bit of a shitter, to to be honest with you. Hopefully, shut up.
Their lives are complicated because of it. I know. One of these voices is mine. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was 9. Most kids with ADHD start to struggle with symptoms even earlier than that. I first noticed my symptoms in school when we began doing projects that took planning, and I got frustrated a lot. Later, in middle school, I was on the basketball team, but I was always late to practice. Eventually, my teacher called my parents to talk about my grades, since I understood the material, but didn't.
School is a fucking minefield with people with ADHD, because all the way through school, all the way through high school, primary school, high school, and into university, I thought I was fucking dense, man. It wasn't really until I actually spoke to a few people at university I was like, I can hold my own, I can have a conversation, I know what I'm saying. But especially through high school and primary school, I just thought I was a fucking idiot. It took all my confidence from me, and it was horrible. I wasn't diagnosed with ADHD at school. I just thought that I was just fucking slow. I just thought that I wasn't quite up to speed. It's a horrible feeling, especially for young people, and we do our young people in education so badly with ADHD, especially those, the ones who are diagnosed and the ones who are undiagnosed. I was undiagnosed. When I was at school, people would say I played up a little bit. I had a bit of hyperactivity. I would be all over the place a little bit, but I wasn't super naughty or anything like that. I had my moments, absolutely, probably more than your average kid, but people would often say, I'm away with the fairies. He's away with the fairies. He's not really with us.
Tony, focus. You're away with the fairies. Get with the program.
And the program just wasn't giving me enough dopamine hits to keep my brain occupied, and I just wanted to go elsewhere, And school kind of sucked.
Turn things in on time. At that point, my parents, my coach, and my teacher all compared how things were going. And that's when my parents took me to see my pediatrician. ADHD can show up in 3 different types: inattentive, hyperactive impulsive, and combined. My symptoms were more of the inattentive type. I was
Girls
having a
often
lot
are
of
the
trouble losing
inattentive
things.
type, and it's wildly underdiagnosed in girls, and they often get diagnosed way later in life. My diagnosis was so huge for me, and I know it's huge for anyone who gets a diagnosis, but we don't do a great job with our girls. It's really easy to notice a boy who's just jumping across the classroom, climbing up the wall, screaming, being all over the place. But a kid or a girl who's just a little bit absent, away with the fairies, it's far more hard to detect. But it doesn't mean that their path is any easier.
Forgetting things, not finishing homework, and organizing my work for projects and future assignments. My parents told me at first that they wondered if I had a hearing problem, because sometimes I would look like I didn't hear them.
I had a girlfriend. She was like, you need to get a hearing check. You just don't focus on what I'm saying. Like, you miss it. So many times I've told you to do things over and over again, she made me get a hearing check. My hearing was fine.
And they talked to me. Other children also struggle to keep their attention in class, can look super distracted at home and school, and have trouble with details for things they're not interested in. Kids with more hyperactive or impulsive symptoms have trouble waiting for their turn. They might get up from their seats in class, run around when it's not a good time to do that, talk all the time, interrupt people, or blurt out answers.
That's kids. That's still me. My partner's always irritated me. She's like, you always interrupt people. You never let them finish. Because I'm like, I've got a thought. Hear my thought.
And a majority still have symptoms as adults.
There I am. Look at this sweet. Look at. Okay, see if I can do his face. I'm so sorry for you, young man. What a dude. Look at me. It's like my whole path through life. Look, young Tony, teenager Tony, dad Tony. That's where we are now. All right, fantastic.
Only some people grow out of it. The most important thing to know is that treatment for ADHD works. For little kids, this is behavior therapy that also includes their parents, so the whole family can be part of the solution.
It's nice.
For school-aged kids and
it's one of my things that I'm kind of concerned about. Concerns are the right word. I have a daughter. I have a little 4-year-old. She is the best fucking person in the entire world. She is just awesome. I love her to bits. She's incredible. And she's this vivacious, lively, precocious, incredibly expressive young girl. And I love her to bits. But I see people say that I had a friend of mine say she's more Tony than you. Like, she's out there. She's fucking awesome though. And I couldn't be more proud of the person that she is. And I hit the jackpot as a dad. But when I see her like swimming class, or I see her at music, I take her to these classes and stuff, and she does well, but she's the one who's off. She's the one who's, going in the wrong direction. She's the one who has to always be brought back to task and all that sort of thing. And I know it's genetic, and I don't want to say she has ADHD now because I don't know, and I don't want to really comment on it her as a 4-year-old, but I do notice the characteristics. And her being a young person, potentially a child who has ADHD, I want to make sure that she has the best education, that she has the best loving environment around her, that she feels supported, and she can make the most of her entire life. And so many people with ADHD are debilitated in so many ways. We're overrepresented in prisons, we're overrepresented in divorces. I've had one. We're overrepresented in basically all negative fucking characteristics and metrics that we judge as a society. Overrepresented with ADHD, it fucking sucks. And seeing my daughter as someone who may be somebody who has ADHD, it makes me really worried as a parent. I just want her to know that she's loved, know that her brain is awesome, and fucking our brains are awesome. Okay, I kind of lost my train of thought. Let's move on.
Older, the best choice is medication, or a combination of medication and therapy. I had behavior therapy where I learned some skills, like specific time management and organization techniques.
This is pretty confronting for me, that the best course of action is medication, and it may be for my daughter, but I just know for me personally it wasn't. So it's hard to kind of think about. Oh, my daughter has not been diagnosed with ADHD, so I don't need to freak out or worry about some of the stuff. But just watching this is making me kind of the cogs turn, so to speak.
That helped me in school and in my sport. I also took a stimulant medication that helped me focus my attention. Sometimes people find great help in non-stimulant medications, especially younger kids. For most people, ADHD medications really help focus and block out distractions. ADHD is a serious challenge for kids, teenagers, and adults who struggle to pay attention and focus in many parts of their lives.
It is a serious challenge, and a lot of times it can be not viewed as a serious challenge at all. I've told people, like for me it was a massive discovery about myself, and a huge moment in my life when I found out that I had ADHD and I was diagnosed with ADHD. And I told people that I loved and I cared about this big thing that happened in my life, and they were just like, oh, no shit, Sherlock. No, fucking could have told you that 10 years ago. Or they would just be like, yeah, okay, oh, that's good. Oh man, I lose my keys all the time too. But what that kind of does to an individual, it kind of diminishes the gravitas of the challenge that we kind of face as people with ADHD. Gravitas. You're a fucking gravitas. Okay.
There is hope. Treatment works. School wasn't easy for me, but with my therapy and medication, I learned what I needed to do to make it work.
Yeah.
People go on to do well in school and succeed in their lives and careers, in spite of and because of their ADHD.
100%.
I know. I did.
What a fucking legend. Thank you, Psych Hub. That was beautiful. Hattie ADHD will have to be another day. She's awesome. I've watched her videos before. She's dope as fuck. Anyway, look, that was really nice to watch. It's a little bit different to the other videos I've made so far. And that's cool. But I'm a little bit lost for words in terms of how I sum all that up. The whole thing around medication and going forward with it, I don't judge anyone who takes medication. I think that's really, really cool. really cool. I don't know if that's quite really the right word, but I understand, and I think if it works for you, it's the best thing to do. And I think it's just about really what works for you. I've had a couple of comments from people with ADHD through this process of making this, and like, oh, not everybody has the easy path. It's not such a great thing. Stop making so much fun of it. This video isn't about, this channel isn't about making fun of ADHD. It's about celebrating it. It's about celebrating where our minds go and having fun with it. You know, not making fun of it, but having fun with it. You know, the thoughts our minds go to get dopamine hits are fucking cool. You know, the way that we engage with, you know, in social situations can be fucking cool. You know, the way that we engage with people, the way that we take conversations can be fucking cool. I love having ADHD. I've had massive challenges in my life, and I'm sure, and if you have had ADHD, I'm sure you have too. And I don't want to disparage or make light of your situation or your journey. I have nothing but love for you all, especially my community of ADHD folks. Thank you so much for watching this. Please like and subscribe. You don't have to, but I would love you to. Thank you so much. If you want me to react to anything, this Distracted Kiwi is always up for it. So much love, so much ara nui. Ka kite ana, haere rā. Mwah.